So God's at it again. He's given me another dream last night. So, or early hours of the morning, I suppose. I didn't sleep very well last night. And every time God wakes me up, I look at my watch, and it'll be like triple numbers. So it'll be like 04:44, 05:55, 03:33. So I've started to like write these numbers down and look at them and stuff, because God does speak to me in numbers as well. Yeah, and they're pretty accurate. The things that he's saying is quite accurate. Anyway, so the dream about the house again. We're in the house again. And this dream didn't last too long, to be fair, and there was bits of it where it's a bit hazy and I don't really remember that. So that's fine. If God wanted me to remember, I would. So we're in the house again, and it's my house, and I'm in the ground floor, and it's all decorated and everything, and it's just like my normal house. And the water's running down the walls. There's a leak somewhere. There's water running down the walls, and I think it was my dad, and he was like, Emma, look at the water's running down your walls. Why have you not noticed this? And I was like, oh. I was like clueless in my dreams. Oh, I didn't notice that. And I was like, right, okay. Now, I felt quite calm in this dream. I wasn't panicked. So if there was actually holes and it was leaking the water that was running down the walls, I like in real life I would probably not be so calm. And that's what I mean by like it was like a pace. I was like, okay, I can sort that out, that's no problem. And then somebody else comes and they say to me, Emma, there's like water running down your walls, and you know, you need to get that looked at, love. And I was like, oh right, okay, yes, my dad had said about that. So I started to go up the other level of the house to investigate all of this, and then I realised there's more water damage than what I thought, and some of the brickwork, it's a bit out of shape and stuff. It's been the water has been leaking quite a while, and I haven't noticed. And then we go up into the loft, and there's a man there, and I do recognise him as a family member. I'm an extended family member, and he says to me, Emma, look at all this leaking. It's in your roof. These holes are all in your roof. And I go, yeah, that's okay. Listen, bit of a disaster, okay? I could feel like a pace, just a pace and a calmness. I was not panicking about this, even though like really should have. Like, and also in my dream I'm like this is important. This needs fixed, and you know, I'm like, I really need to get this sorted. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not worried about it. And I get my phone and I make a phone call to an emergency service. So this is not the place. This is not. It's like an emergency call out repair guy. I don't know. And like everybody else was like panicking. They were like, Emma, your roof, like look at the holes, the roof, why have you let it get this way? And I'm like, I know, I can ring. I know a lot of guys that do stuff like, and I do. A lot of my relatives are like painter decorators, builders, electricians. My husband does a lot of maintenance work, joiners. Okay, so we've got like a good bricklayer, a good handful of tradesmen in my family. Between my family and my husband's family, there's a lot of skilled workers, put it that way. And so in my dream, I'm like, I have people, okay? Like I know how to get help. I know how to get help. And I hit up my emergency line, and I'm ringing, and like everybody's like, come on, like hurry up, come on, get this sorted. And I'm like, yeah, we just send someone round to sort out these holes in my roof. And yeah, not ideal. It's not really good, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. I know these guys will come sort this all out for me. And that was my mentality. It's not that I didn't care. I just was like, it'll be alright. We can sort this out. This is not like totally devastating, so that's fine. And then at that, I wake up, And I was like, what was that about? Huh? And I thought about it all day, and I was like, Lord, this is another one of those home dreams, like dreams about my life, dreams about my life. And it's nearly like when I think about it, it's like, yeah, there's holes in the roof, whereas before I would panic. Like the dreams before were like that branch was growing in through, and I was like, how did this happen? How did this? Pure panicking. And in another dream, it was like, who put all these bags here? Like, and someone had just cut the grass. And when I had realised I'd got around, I was like, oh, right, okay, someone's actually doing a nice thing. Whereas this time it was like, I don't know whether God's saying, Emma, is there going to be an emergency, like, in my life? And I'm just going to be so, like, it's okay. And that's where I feel I am at the moment. It's like, all this is going on, but God has given me such a peace. And I'm like, I know where I can get my emergency help from. I just go pray. And God has tradesmen for everything and anything. And your prayers can ask God in an emergency situation, and you have complete peace. And all this chaos could be going on around you, and there might be holes in your roof and holes in your life, and things going on. These wee holes, these wee issues. And everybody else is running about like headless chickens, going, how's this going to work? How's this going to get fixed? How's this going to work out? And I'm like, let me just hit up my emergency line. Just ring someone that knows what they're doing. And I'm just going to pray. And that's what I do. I'm like, Lord, I haven't a clue what's going on in my life right now, but you do. And I'm just going to pray and ask you to sort that out. And then I was like, it'll be sorted. That was it. So I say all that to say this, that if you're going through a hard time, and God will show you, you don't need to panic. He showed me his angels were guarding me, plucked out all the dead weeds, dead things. He sends helpers. He sends helpers. Like my boss was in my dream and she was cleaning and tidying. The pastor took the stuff away, took out all the guns, got rid of all the stuff, the waste I didn't need in my life. And then when my life started to get cleaned up and much better and please God more, I was like decorating it, and I was like slowly, meticulously painting it. And then in the last dream about the pine cones and not the acorns, it's like it's all sitting lovely and they're just doing the finishing touches. And it was a really beautiful home on a really lovely street with big trees outside. And this one's like, I have just come to the stage where I have absolute faith in God, where it's like, no, it's okay. See if holes come to my roof, that's fine. I don't panic about that. I know who to go to for help. And like, if physically in my life people are panicking at this and that, and they're all over the place, there's things going on, like my son's moving house, he needs repairs done, he's not well at the moment with his heart. He's on the treatment now. God's been so gracious with the doctors, and his heart's fine, but he just needs the treatment for it for a couple of months. And just other people like are going, like my mum and dad's car broke down, they need a new car, they are trying to sell a house and it's not going smoothly, and I can see everybody else in that dream were like, hey, what's going to happen? And they're panicking now, and I'm sitting there going, there's nothing you could probably do to me right now that would cause me to be bothered. You're all running about like a headless chicken, and my faith is so strong, and I have a peace, and I'm like, I just trust God. I don't know. I don't have the answers anymore. Yeah. Do I know where money's coming from next bill? Perhaps not. I don't know. I just hit up my emergency line and see what God comes up with. He'll send help. He's going to send help from the emergency line, and he'll send help. And I just thought that was lovely. No angels in the dream, just a direct emergency line straight to God to send help with fixing my roof. And that's that. So don't worry, God, hit him up. Pray, and he'll send help. Yeah. Don't panic. Let his peace guide you. If you haven't got peace, there's something wrong. That's not of God. If there's confusion, it's not of God. God is not a God of confusion. God is not a God of anxiety or anything like that, if there's peace, let his peace guide you. When you've got a peace, you know it's all going according to his plan, and that's the way I sort of look at my life. So yeah, thought I would share that with you, and that's a relatively quick one instead of a half-hour video, so that was nice. Waiting for God to send his help.